Hi, hello, and welcome back to another video. I've always loved watching people create non-human things into humans. I've even done it a few times myself. It's a great way to practice my creativity while also creating cute designs. So for today's video, I'll be combining my love for cute things with creating designs by turning littlest pet shop toys into humans. This process of turning non-human things into humans can be referred to as gijinka. You often see this in reference to people turning Pokemon characters into humans, but it matches well with what I'm doing today. Before designing though, I like to take the image and write notes on things I want to take away from the original character/image. For the lamb, I wanted to write things I thought of immediately as I saw it. So think frilly dresses, bows, cottagecore elements, and lamb motifs. Doing the same process with the other two characters as well, I wrote down my first thoughts and see what come to mind. For Mod Panda, this was a certain aesthetic that this LPS conveyed with the colors and pattern. The last one, the Valentine's deer, I had less ideas due to the simpler design, but the main thing I wanted to convey here was hearts and a friendly vibe, since the eye shines, based on the littlest pet eye chart, shows that she has the friendliest personality type. I made sure to remember this for the others as well. With this, let's get to drawing. This adorable littlest pet shop's name is Lamb number 187. Yeah, I thought they all had cute names, but apparently instead they are numbered based on the order in which they were released. The first one to ever be created with this mold was LPS number 1 Chihuahua. She looks kinda crazy, but she's paved the way for the others to look cute. Anyways, when searching her up to see her personality and such, I found that she came from a pack called Springtime Fun Pets. For a bit of context beforehand though, this LPS was released in 2007. In 2008, they started adding personality types, indicated by eye symbols. These symbols include cuddliest, sportiest, fanciest, messiest, and friendliest. And later, in 2009, they added 3 more: funniest, happiest, and sassiest. But before all this, they had standard eye shines, as shown in this LPS, and their personalities were based on the pack they were sold in. As stated before, this one is the Springtime Fun Pets, which meant they had the happiest personality. But I don't know if I conveyed that well in the final drawing, but it's informative nonetheless. On the actual design though, I knew immediately that I wanted her to have a bonnet like Little Bo Peep. I feel this is a pretty basic idea as she is a sheep, but I ran with that and made her a cute and puffy dress as well. However, instead of a staff, I gave her a small basket to play into the cottagecore picnic vibe that comes with springtime. Overall, a very cute character, and I absolutely adore her outfit and may or may not need it in real life. Finishing up the drawing here, let's move on to the second character. For our second character, we have Mod Panda. This cutie is from the Littlest Pet Shop series, Extreme Pets, that LPS released in 2008, with each series paying homage to vintage fashion trends, playing with the idea of different eras. So 1960s mod, 1970s hippie, and 1980s punk, with her coming in the 1960s mod series along with the spider and walrus. The littlest pet shops in this series didn't come with numbers like the rest, but instead are called by their series name. When I initially researched for her, I slightly skimmed through the webpage on her on the Littlest Pet Shop Collectors Wiki, and somehow missed the part where it said it was based on the 1960s mod subculture. At first, I read the design as twee fashion, and although twee fashion aesthetic has roots in 1960s and 1970s fashion, it gained popularity in the mid-2000s to early 2010s. Due to that, I didn't go as heavy on what the fashion looked like at that time, which I wish I did, cause look how fun it is. Instead, I went based on what Pinterest showed was twee fashion, but it's more of a modern day look, taking inspiration from outfits such as these. Either way, I think she turned out sorta cute, and I'm pleased with the color choices and patterns I chose. Finishing up the drawing here, let's move on to our last design. For our third and final character, we have the Valentine's deer. Now, for some reason, I couldn't find a webpage on her like how I did on the others, which is odd, but then I saw that she was released this year. I did see some short videos on her, and from that, it seems like she came in an LPS tube for Wave 3 Generation 7 pets. From a post I found from @LPSCutest on Instagram, it says that she comes from a Target exclusive toy called Littlest Pet Shop Surprise Reveal Collectible Figurines. If you want to know a little more, I guess you could check out other videos on TikTok or check the creator mentioned earlier on Instagram, as she seems to be a pretty big collector. But anyways, she has hearts in her eyes, meaning she is the friendliest personality type. Pets with these eyes are mostly exclusive to 4-pack Valentine's Day sets, and apparently only 11 have been produced with this personality type, all sharing the heart symbol in their eyes. With this, I decided to lean into the heart motifs, putting her in a heart-shaped corset and heart flowers in her hair. I initially put her in a skirt, as you can see in the speed paint, but opted for a pair of bloomers instead since I thought it fit the deer vibe better. And yes, I do think I'm smart for adding tabby ballet flats. I mean, they literally look like hooves. I for one am not a huge fan of them, but if you're into current fashion trends and such, you know these are pretty popular. But the design for me just reads as water shoes. I don't know if it's just me, but they aren't the cutest pair I've seen and would rather just have a regular pair of ballet flats. To end off the drawing, I decided to add both hearts and flowers for the background, as the past two only had one or the other, and I don't know, I just felt like it. And though her design is more simple, I think it suits her, as the LPS also has a pretty simple design. And with that, we finished all 3 designs. Let me know if you guys enjoyed it and if you would like to see a part 2, because I would be more than happy to. Designing characters and concepts makes me happy for some reason. Just fashion in general is something I'm super interested in. If you have a specific LPS that you would like to see, go ahead and suggest in the comments, but if not, perfectly fine. The next video will hopefully be me creating designs based on blind boxes, but I guess I will see if I can get my hands on some. That might just be the addiction talking. Seriously though, blind boxes are so fun to collect and I don't even know why. I think the thrill of not knowing what you're gonna get is what makes it exciting, I guess. But anyways, thanks for watching till the end, and I hope you all have a lovely day or night. Bye bye!